Until My Last Breath. Chapter 3. By Magthaline Mano. It was a boudoir bedroom room of a girl with moldings on the ceiling and walls, and authentic wooden furniture was sunlit, and a spring breeze sneaks through half-open window. There came a beautiful girl with ponytails on either side comes towards the dressing table and groomed her hair hurriedly. With backpack in her hand, she checked her schedule and packed her necessary 9th grade books and materials for the day's classes, as well as she stuffed her things for the model exam. Then she took the telephone to call her friend, Leo. In Leo's mansion, the door of Leo's luxurious room is opened. Guess what? It was a messy room. Crumpled candy wrappers litter the floor, along with tangled cords from various devices, old Spanish flashcards, math worksheets and 2 skateboards. Amid this detritus are 3 inside-out coats and discarded clothes heaped in sedimentary layers. On the desk there was a half-eaten apple, several crusty cereal bowls and a nearly empty bag of fluorescent orange corn chips. And a handsome teen Leo was sleeping peacefully on his bed. He laid his head on top of his open 12th grade textbooks. Suddenly his telephone rings. His eyes flickered with annoyance. He veered his gaze towards the bedside table and attended the phone call with irritation. Laura greeted him pleasant morning and asked him to gear up for school as he was late for his exam that day. He got mad at her for her repeated calls, as it was 3rd time she was calling him. Though he snubbed her first 2 calls, she didn't give up. When she apologized to him sadly, he ruffled his hairs, realizing his mistake. He apologizes to her in return, and he dragged himself out of bed and stumbled to the bathroom to freshen up and brush his teeth. There Laura moved down the stairway. Aroma of the breakfast lured her to the kitchen, where a quick and nutritious meal awaits to fuel her day. Her mom Jenny asked her to take the breakfast. She sits in the dining table gleefully. Her dad John called out his wife Jenny in loud tone, asking for his blue necktie with silver streaks. She scolds him for messing up the cupboard for a single tie, and at last she found it amongst the pile of clothes and gave it to him with a glare. He gave a sheepish smile towards her. Laura called out her mom from dining hall and asked her to pack the breakfast and juice for Leo as well. Jenny said that she already packed for Leo as well as for her dad. John heard it and gave a sweet peck on her cheek with a smile conveying his love. Jenny reprimanded him for being late and smiled at his back, but noticed by John. Laura smiled cutely at the duo. John took Laura in his car to drop her off at the school. Laura on her way to the school murmured "Chant Pray," which was heard by John. He asked her that it was okay if she got bad marks in exams. He would handle her mom. Her brows frowned hearing him, and in turn she said that she was not scared of exam, and she added that she was not a topper but a good scorer. John smiled and asked her whether she was praying for Leo. To which she nodded sadly. John apprised her that he would pray for him as well then. Laura smiled hearing him. Her mind thought about her friend Leo, who was a loner kid, having lost his mom at the young age when he was 4 and his dad being a businessman working overseas, who hasn't even time to take care of his own son, and he left him under the care of maid. She scolds his dad inside her mind, and she reminisced past events where Leo got severely beaten up by his dad for getting less marks, which she was known from Leo's maid who attended the phone when she called Leo. But Leo didn't even say a word wrong about his dad, and he hates crying. Even if it's paining for him, he wouldn't let his tears fall out. She felt bad for him and a lone tear escaped from her left eye and she wished he shouldn't get beatings from his dad this time too. It's been half an hour. She was waiting near the hedges for Leo where he used to park his pedal cycle. Her lips curved into smile when she got the glimpse of him near the gate. She hastily took the juice bottle out of her backpack and gave it to him. He rebuked her for waiting for him as she was behindhand for her exam. He declined to take her juice. She forcefully stuffed the mouth of the bottle inside his mouth. He had it with no way. She adjusted his tousled hair. Giving out a heaved loud sigh, he pushed her towards her exam hall. And he approached towards his. Leo entered his exam hall earning a fierce glare from his tutor. He didn't mind it as it became routine for him as well as for his tutor. He slouched on his desk pulling out a pen from his pocket. He cocked his head towards Laura's classroom through the open window by his desk where she was getting vituperated by her teacher. She felt sorry for her. A gloom overcame him when he reminisced his dad's words, "You have to join Oxford University in the UK, be prepared. I don't wanna go anywhere leaving her. How will she react if she came to know that I'm leaving her after few months? How I'm gonna be without her? Laura, wherever I go, you'll be in my heart as always. I'll never forget you. You're my best friend and the only friend I got in my life." His inner voice spoke out to him. With a dispirited sigh, he started writing his exam. There Laura saw him writing through the window of her classroom and a content smile crept across her face and she commenced writing hers too. To be continued in the next chapter. Thanks for listening, friends. Please do subscribe for more videos.